Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Ash Zabak coming through with the new video. Lord willing, this will be edifying. Alright. I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Macha Kwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities, and waiting upon Yahushai to come deliver us from this wicked kingdom. So I want to name this video, this lesson, Examination and Self-Rebuke. Okay? So ultimately, I was driving back from camp. I was driving back from camp, you know, dropping off the brothers. And as I'm driving, I'm listening to one of the elders, Salakia, I forget his name, but Joe Barak. I was listening to one of his videos, you know, and throughout that drive, I got cut through the spirit, you know, because the things that he went into is really like I was going off. So first off, I want to apologize to the brothers for my behavior. You know, I was going off. You know, I was a little too, you know, being in this truth. It's not about like always being happy and being joyful. It's really got to be in that mournful spirit. You know, we're in captivity here. Knowing this truth, it says the wisdom maketh the wise man mad. The more we increase in wisdom, the more we increase in sorrow. You know, I'm out here, you know, trying to, you know, pick up girls and doing all sorts of things that are superfluous. It's not needful. You know, when I'm with the brothers, it's not needful to be doing this. You know, in the spirit of, you know, of trying to incorporate the spirit of mirth. But it's really not the time, man. It's really, when you're with the brothers, you're supposed to be in the spirit of truth. You know, I was literally pulling up on girls that I wasn't even thinking about the spirit. You know, so I want to apologize first off for that. You know, so that being said, let's bring out a scripture. I got a few scriptures here, and I said, like, again, Lord willing, this will be edifying. And again, I apologize for my behavior. You know, there's a time and place for everything. You know, when you're with the brothers, it's better to keep it healthy. You know, like the elder said it. He mentioned, you know, we younger brothers in the truth. It's not for us to try to have, you know, when you're linking up with the brothers, it's to do anything related to the scriptures, anything related to the scriptures, to the truth. You know, to edify yourself. You need to be rooted in this truth. We need to eat the whole roll as much as possible, man. Because the time to come, man, Esau is going to come down with great wrath. Okay, it's not about having fun. A sword is sharpened. Is it time to make mirth? No, it's not time to make mirth, man. We got to understand that the Lord has made us privy to the things that he was about to do, man. That he was about to unleash this devil. The Lord is Yahweh will allow this devil to go out loose and to go out with his sword and to kill anyone that goes against his system. And that's us, man. It tells us in Second Ezra that there going to be a time where the people of the Lord are going to be known, because these people are going to go hard on us, man. You see, they're going to persecute us. The persecution that is about to come is as if it never happened. It's something that never happened throughout the whole world, man. Throughout the whole history, man. You see, especially the persecution that's going to happen unto the believers, the hopeful elect. So it's really not the time to be mirthing, man. It's really not the time to be having fun and trying to go party or trying to go to the club. You know, try to go to the club, try to have fun. It's really the time to be indulging in the scriptures as much as possible, right? So of course you're not going off if you go out to a bar to have a drink. It's not going off if you go out for a walk or go out to watch a movie. You know, go to the museum or whatever. You know, whatever you do to pass your time. But as long as you revert to the truth, all right. So like I'm ranting a little bit, you know, but it says here in 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the truth, whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Sometimes you got to take a look in the mirror. Like ultimately, when the elder was saying those words, it cut me in the spirit. I really, through the spirit, I had to take a look at myself, and I realized, man, now, yo, I'm going off. I had to make some call and apologize, man. You see? And realize, and the thing is, it's not just about realizing that you made it, that you're going off. It's about changing, that you can become better. So now that I know that I went off, I need to change my behavior. I need to change the way I act so I can become a better version of myself. Okay? Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. So yeah, I am not a reprobate. I know that I went off. I acknowledge that I went off. I'm doing this video so that I can, so through my mistakes, the rest of the body may be edified, and that, Lord willing, my situation may help a brother that may be in this situation as well. That he may understand that in the times that we're in, we need to be serious. Yahushua was an austere man. To be in this truth is nothing to joke around with, right? Because this as easy as the Lord brought us in this truth, He can take us out as well. Okay, so it's a fearful thing. You know, we need to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in fear and trembling. Okay. So again, it says here in the Sirach 18 and 20, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. But again, you have to examine thyself and put it into application. Not only being a hearer of the word, but a doer also. Okay? Because faith without works is dead. So when you realize that you're going off in some aspects, whichever it is, you know, you're not making enough videos, or you're not spending enough time with the brothers, or you're playing too much video games, or you're spending too much time with your girlfriend. Whichever thing it is, you need to better yourself going on forward, man. Because our goal or focus is about Sophia. It's about this truth. It's about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We need to strive for perfection and perfection. And even Yahushai was not dealing with the things of the world, man. Okay, and again, we're in this flesh, and we understand that there's a just balance. Okay, we need to have a balance, and we need to find the right balance. Okay, the perfect one that works for us, right? But again, the main focus is the kingdom. Seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the rest shall be added unto you. Okay, so it says here in 1 Corinthians 9 and 26, and again, everything that we're doing is to find mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because He says, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. So ultimately, we're stacking our treasures in heaven, so that way when destruction and doom appears on this earth, you know, by way of nuclear missiles, by way of famine, death, and pestilence, the Lord may have mercy on us, because we've been doing what was expected of us. We were serving Him, we were working for Him, and we were calling upon His name in truth and sincerity. Okay, so it says here in 1 Corinthians 9 and 26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Okay, so what we're doing is not in vain. We're doing this in hope. We're trusting in the hope that we might be saved. We have confidence in the hope that we might be saved through the works and through our faith. Okay, and that's why we're doing that. The works that we're doing are to prove our faith. Okay, so we're not fighting uncertainly. We're not when we're out there in the highways and byways, when we're doing these videos. It's not in vain. The angels are watching. The Lord is watching. The elders, the body is watching. We're being edified. We're edifying each other. Everything that we're doing, it helps. You know. So it says here, but I keep under my body, but I keep under my body, and bring it unto subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached unto others, I myself should be a castaway. So you know, so it's not because you're doing the work that you cannot fall away, man. Remember, Judas was in this truth. Judas, it's scary. He was in the truth, but at one point he fell out. You know, he went again. He betrayed the Lord. He set up the Lord for his death, and ultimately that was according to the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But again, you have to understand that you have to put your body into subjection. That goes into discipline. You know, that goes into wanting to do better. That goes into wanting to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see, because at any moment the Lord can take you out. Like I said before, as easy as He's brought you in this truth, He can take you out as easy as He did. You know. That goes into having your body into discipline. It's like putting yourself in that mournful spirit. Always being mindful that this place is gonna be destroyed. Always being mindful that you're in oppression. being mindful that you're in captivity, that you're in hell. Okay, you're not supposed to be happy. We're in the land of our captivity, so we can accomplish our so we can be punished for our sins. This is not for us to be mirthing or to succeed or to strive in this place, man. We want out of this place. Okay, so for us, we're not fringes and barbecue Israelites, man. We're Israelites that are seeking for the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're looking for the downfall of this place, man. You see, in all our prayers, we should have a moment, of an instance of we should be thinking that, okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Baba Kwasha, let fire rain upon this place, man. Destroy this place, man. The sooner the better, because we don't want to stay here. We want to leave. Okay, this is not our rest. Okay, but again, so it says here in 1 Corinthians 7:31, and they that use the world, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Like I said, this world is going to be destroyed. All right, but again, we are in this world, and the Lord prefers a just balance. So if you're in this world, use it, but don't abuse it. Okay, if there's a way that you can obtain a promotion, or you can get a better job, but it's not going to interfere with the ministry, with you going to camp and doing your work as a servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, do it. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing wicked in gaining a little more shekels, right? That way it can better your situation in this hellhole. You can be able to be a better helper unto the brothers. You can send more tithes unto the elders, unto the camp. It can be more beneficial. Okay, but again, do not abuse the world, right? Do not use the opportunity of chasing the bag to be an opportunity to miss camp. That's not an excuse. Don't use you're all into your girl. Now you can't show up to camp. You can't don't abuse the world, man. Make everything the just right balance. Okay, as it says here in Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. Okay, and what is wisdom? This knowledge and understanding. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and by fearing the Lord, you will obey his commandments. Okay, and it says here in Sirach 10:12, the beginning of pride, okay, is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had it shall pour out abominations. You see, and that's what happens when you're in the spirit of mirth, when you're in the spirit of the world, man. When you're indulging, when you're abusing the world, when you're indulging too much in the world, man, you're gonna go off. That's ultimately what happened to me. I went off because I wasn't in the right mindset. I was telling the brothers, I mentioned to the brother, as soon as I wanted to speak to that girl, I wanted to go holla, get her. There's nothing wicked. I'm telling the brother, maybe I wish the best thing, if I want to be doing those sorts of things, it's better if I'm alone, man, not around the brothers, because it puts a different vibration, man. You're not in the right spirit, But when I was thinking about that, I wasn't thinking about the spirit. When I went to go speak to her, I wasn't thinking about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I was thinking about my flesh. I was thinking about myself. I was thinking, I'm trying to get with that, man. I wasn't thinking straight. You see? So that got in the way, man. And that was a self-observation for myself, man. You see? It says here, I'll read that again. Ecclesiastes 10:13. For pride is the beginning of sin. He that had it shall pour out abominations. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. The Lord had cast down the throne of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. So ultimately, that's what's gonna happen. You see, the Lord is gonna destroy Babylon the Great for their abominations and their sin, for the fact that they have separated themselves from the Lord. Even if Esau Edom was never really with the Lord in the first place, but he is the most proud. Okay. So the Lord shall destroy the throne of the prince and set up the meek in their stead. And who's the meek? The hopeful elect, the righteous elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And that's why it tells us in Ecclesiastes 7:2, it is better to go in the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. The living, who are the living? The righteous. Those that keep the law, statutes, and commandments, we will lay that in heart, in our minds. We'll understand that it's better to be in the house of mourning, because what is awaiting this place? Death, death, famine, and destruction. As the prophets of old have prophesied, we're prophesying the same thing: death, mourning, and destruction. Okay, and that's why we're already in that mindset, because we know that everything around is going to be destroyed. But after, as they say in the world, after the rain comes the rainbow. So after all the hardship, after the destruction, Yahweh shall establish righteousness on the earth, and it's going to be a beautiful place, man. And even then, the righteous elect shall reign with Yahweh Shai, okay, forevermore. Okay, so that's the reward of the righteous that are in mourning. And again, it tells us, set a mark on those that sigh and cry. The Lord is marking them. The Lord is marking those that are going against this society, that are not bowing down. They are not going to bow down to this wicked society. That are sighing and cry for the abominations that are done in the midst of Jerusalem. That are done, the wickedness that is being portrayed in the whole world. We're sighing and crying. That's why it's important to be in a mournful spirit. To have that's the sacrifice of the Lord. To have a contrite and let me get that one. Contrite spirit. Bear with me, Israel. It says here in Psalms 51 and 17, the sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, and the Most High thou shalt not, O Most High, thou shalt not despise. You see? It says here in Isaiah 57 and 15, For thus said the high and lofty one that inhabited eternity, Yahweh, whose name is holy, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. Right? So the Lord is gonna revive us. The Lord shall make us live again, man. Because right now we're dead in this world, man. We're dead to this world, and the Lord shall bring us back to life when he wipes away every tear that is in our eyes. He's gonna wipe away the tears that is in our eyes. He's gonna give us an immortal body, spiritual powers, eternity. Okay, the fact that we will never go off anymore, man. Because in this flesh, man, we go off, and because of our conscience, we hate the fact that we go off, man. Imagine the fact that imagine the first day in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Shai in those spiritual bodies. There's just the ability, it's going to be such a relief to know that you're not going to be able to sin ever again. That from that moment on, everything that you will do is going to be righteous and according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That you will never have to go into captivity again. That you will never go off and bring the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai upon you, man. Imagine that, man. And that's what awaits those that are in the mournful spirit right now. Okay? So it says here, back to Ecclesiastes 7 and 3, sorrow is better than laughter. Again, Yahushua was an austere man. Okay? Yahushua was a man on a mission. And that's exactly the same, as I said before, he's the example that we have to follow. We have to be on the same mission. To do the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Our meat is to do the will of the Father that sent us and to finish it. To accomplish the course of this faith, man. Right? Whether that is in death or whether we get beamed up. Okay? At the end of the day, we're supposed to strive for the truth even unto death. So it says here, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Okay? The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the house, Salakia. The heart of the wise is in the heart. Salakia, I'm getting excited. The heart of the wise, Ecclesiastes 7 and 4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth. And what did I say again? The Lord said, as sword is sharpened, should we then make mirth? Right? No, we should not be making mirth, because death and destruction is on its way, man. The Esau Edom is about to come down with great wrath and to cause great tribulation upon those that call upon the name of the Lord. Then shall they be known who are my people, because we're gonna be suffering that affliction, right? Because all the rest of the world will bow down to the wicked system. But again, what did I say aforetime? It said that the Lord shall set a mark on those that sigh and cry. Those that are in the house of mourning, the Lord is setting a mark upon them, so they may be delivered from the impending destruction that is about to happen. Because again, the Lord said, slay, and then after the elect were sealed with the mark, the tawab. After they were sealed with the tawab, the other angels were sent to kill those that weren't sealed. You see, those that in Revelation it tells you those that took the mark of the beast, they're gonna be tormented in fire. Okay, so that's the separation. Okay, those that are wise are in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth. So we cannot be in that mirthful spirit. We cannot be in the spirit of the world, man. We have to be in the house of mourning, and to be in mourning, to be mourning is in a state of seriousness. Mourning is in the state of, we're in a state of seriousness, man. We're not there to be playing games, man. Like I said, this truth is nothing to be playing around, man. It says here in Luke 6:25, woe unto them that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. So you see the role inversal, the reversal of roles. In the time of destruction, we shall laugh. At the famine and destruction, thou shalt laugh, but they shall be crying. They're gonna mourn and weep. You see, it says, "My servant shall eat, but thou shalt suffer of hunger. My servant shall drink, but ye shall die of thirst." You see the difference between those that are mourning now versus those that are happy now, mirthing now. Those that are in the spirit of mirth and those that are in the spirit of mourning right now. The benefits, in the long run, to be in the house of mourning is better than to be in the house of mirth. As it says, this sorrow is better than laughter. Okay, why is that? Because the end is that those that are sorrowful now shall be happy at the end of the day, and those that are laughing now are going to be mourning. There's going to be a role reversal. So it says here, Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So you have to know that these things are going to happen. You have to, and knowing this, temptation should not come in the way of your salvation. So the things that are going to happen to you, nakedness, as it says in Romans 8, I believe, nakedness, thirst, famine, even life, even an angel, even death cannot separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay, because as I said before, we're going to strive for the truth even unto death. Okay, so therefore it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. We're supposed to not make haste, not move in the carnally, but rather spiritually. Always putting our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, moving in the spirit. Okay, cleave unto Him. So that's what it means to move in the spirit. We're cleaving unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. We're trusting upon Him to deliver us from whatever affliction we're in, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And what is the last end? Obtaining the kingdom, obtaining the immortal bodies, obtaining the spiritual powers, okay, obtaining salvation. Okay, it says here in Matthew 10:22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So that's that fire. We're not being hated because we can play basketball. We're not being hated because we're good rappers. We're not being hated because of our skin color. We're being hated for the name, because of the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because of the power whom we serve. But it says here, he that shall endure to the end shall be saved. Okay, we have to endure unto the end. And to endure means that there's going to be an obstacle. To be an obstacle means that you have to move in seriousness, man. If there's an obstacle, it means that it's not going to be easy. As it says, prepare thyself for temptation. It's not going to be easy, but we have to endure. We have to overcome whatever happens, whatever comes our way. We have to be able to face it and overcome it through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because at the end of the day, He's the one that sent it our way, man, to test us, to see if we're going to fold. You see? And like Job, we have to keep our integrity even unto the end. Okay? So it says here in Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. Okay, we're going through that fire right now, so that later on we'll not have to go through that nuclear fire. So that we may be delivered from that nuclear fire. As I said earlier before, it says, before the judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. So that what we're doing, going through that fire, and even self-examination is part of this of that fire, making sure that you better yourself, because you have to be refined, as it says here. And I will refine them as silver is refined. You see, how do you refine yourself? By taking away the impurities, by taking away, by taking off, by chipping off the things that make you go off, by putting your body under subjection, by being able to control your own spirit, being able to control the moves that you make. You know, you're not being controlled by the flesh, but your spirit is controlling your flesh. Okay, you're not being controlled by your body, but your body's being controlled by you. Okay, because that's the difference between the men of the Lord and the 2/3 and the rest of those beasts, those dogs. You know, these other nations, they cannot control themselves. They're being moved by the flesh. They're moving in the flesh. So that is why we're classifying them as beasts. They're moving literally by the lust of the flesh, man. Whatever their flesh tells us to tells them to do, that's what they do. They're not moving spiritually. That's the difference between the men of the Lord and those that are in the world. Okay, so it says here back again, and I will refine them as Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is our power. So that's what's going to happen at the last day, and this is what we're doing even right now. As I said, we're going through that fire right now, so that we may avoid the fire that is about to come, that nuclear fire. Okay. So again, it says here in Wisdom of Solomon 6:17, and I'll close up with this: for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. You know, first off, to put it in mind, to read, to do lessons, to stop doing, to forsake to kill the old man, and to become a new creature in Yahweh Shai. That's all part of discipline. To not go back to your vomit. Okay, to keep walking in the truth, to keep following Yahweh Shai. That's discipline. To keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, but always to grow, seeking to grow in this truth. That's discipline, man. And love is the keeping of her law, and the giving heed unto the law is the assurance of incorruption. How to ensure to be incorruptible? How to ensure to obtain eternal life? What did Yahushua say to that rich man? You see, Yahushua said unto him, "Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and follow me, and ye shall have eternal life." To have eternal life, you have to obey the commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and follow Yahweh Shai. You see, it ultimately is really simple, man. It's really simple. The Lord said even it said that the commandments are not grievous. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be difficult. It's not a burden. Yahweh said, "My burden are light." Okay, it shouldn't be killing you. It shouldn't be killing you to do good. It shouldn't be killing you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It shouldn't be killing you to rebuke yourself. You know, it shouldn't be killing you to change yourself, to become a better person. Ultimately, if it's difficult, you pray, man. We have our weapons. Our weapons are not carnal but spiritual. We have our weapons, and we have a connection with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. If you lack wisdom, ask for the Lord, and He will give it unto you, man, freely. All you have to do is ask. So it says here, verse 6, Wisdom of Solomon 6:19, and incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. So the closer you are, but again, it says our righteousness is as filthy rags. So regardless of how righteous you are, and what, you know, everything goes down to your faith. Okay, so you gotta have faith. You know, you gotta have faith, because we're not gonna be saved by works, but by faith, right? So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, self-examination is really important. Okay, you have to be able to look in the mirror, and like I said, I keep mentioning, I say that often. Looking in the mirror, you should be able to see Yahweh Shai. You should be able to see Yahweh Shai in you, man. Whatever you do, you're supposed to be able to see that this truth really changes you. You know, even in your countenance, even in the way you walk, in the way you interact with people. People should be able to see, yo, this guy is different. There's something about him that, yo, this guy's not like the regular Joe. He's not like your average Joe, man. This guy is different. Okay. So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, keep the faith. You know, stay serious. You know, there's a time and place for everything. The brother's not wicked for having fun, enjoying, having a good time. But again, you know, everything goes back to this. There's a time and place, and it's better to stay in the realm of the truth than to be mirthing in the world, because the sword is sharpened. It's not the time. You know, examine the time diligently, man. We know that Yahushua is coming back, so it's better to stay focused, man. We're a man on a mission, right? So that being said, I like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Acha, Kodash. Double honors unto my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And you know, until next lesson, I hope this was edifying. I hope that you know, you can eat the meat, spit out the bones. So until next lesson, shalom.